What if the next generation of farm gear, food packaging, and even greenhouse supplies wasn't manufactured in a factory, but grown using mushrooms? Across the US, researchers are testing Mycelium, the root system of fungi, as a replacement for petroleum-based plastics. One SARE-backed project is pushing this technology in extreme conditions by replacing traditional aquaculture buoys with hemp-based mycelium alternatives designed to break down naturally after use. And here's why this matters for us land-based farmers. The same tech behind these buoys could help small farms replace trays, pots, packaging, and other short-life plastic gear, while sourcing many of the ingredients directly from our own byproducts. This isn't sustainability hype, it's a practical shift that could change how farms build, package, and sell in the years ahead. This isn't sustainability hype, it's a practical shift that could change how farms build, package, and sell in the years ahead. Plastics are everywhere in farming. From seed trays and irrigation stakes to packaging and greenhouse panels, most of it eventually breaks, gets tossed, or costs more to recycle than it's worth. The SARE-funded Mycelium project is tackling this head-on, focusing on replacing one of the most challenging applications first: marine gear. Researchers produced over 600 mycelium-based buoys, grown using a hemp substrate, and tested them in harsh saltwater environments. By the second year, refinements in composition and design doubled their lifespan, proving these materials can be engineered for real-world durability. If mycelium can handle months in the ocean, it can absolutely handle seasons in a field, a greenhouse, or on a farm. The key breakthrough is that these products don't require exotic raw materials. They're grown using farm-sourced inputs, things many operations already produce as byproducts: hemp herds, sawdust, straw, and corn stalks. That means we're not talking about an expensive, distant tech. We're talking about using waste from our own farms to create practical, sellable products. This project is proof that we're closer than ever to tools and packaging that aren't just compostable. They can also close the loop on farm by turning today's leftovers into tomorrow's gear. Here's where this gets practical for us on land. The same technology being tested for marine gear could easily be adapted for everyday farm use. Seedling trays and plug flats made from mycelium that hold up through a season but compost naturally afterward. Packaging for direct-to-consumer farm sales, egg cartons, CSA boxes, even protective inserts for fragile produce, all grown, not manufactured. Temporary fencing posts, stakes, and ground anchors made with mycelium composites reinforced with hemp fiber. Some early-stage prototypes have already shown they can withstand several months of outdoor exposure without losing structural integrity, matching the lifespan of many single-use plastics we're currently paying for. And because the inputs can be farm-sourced, the cost curve could eventually favor farmers, especially those selling high-margin products where packaging matters. Here's where the idea gets exciting. Mycelium products don't need giant factories. The growing process is surprisingly simple, and potentially scalable on farm. A small insulated shed or retrofitted barn could serve as a controlled grow room where molds are filled with hemp herds, sawdust, or straw, inoculated with mycelium, and left to grow for 3-5 days. After curing, you've got a finished product. Researchers in this SARE project have estimated that a 20x 20-foot setup could produce hundreds of molded products per week, depending on size. For farmers selling value-added goods like farm-made soaps, cheeses, or CSA boxes, making your own packaging in-house could reduce costs by up to 40%, while creating a whole new income stream by selling extras to neighboring farms. And here's the key takeaway. The raw materials for this process are already sitting on farms. Hemp herd, wheat straw, spent mushroom blocks, sawdust, all of these can be used as growing substrates. That means lower startup costs and a chance for farmers to control both the inputs and the outputs of the system. One of the biggest concerns with any plastic alternative is durability, and this SARE project tackled it head-on. The mycelium-based buoys were tested in saltwater, high UV, and freezing conditions over multiple seasons. The first prototypes lasted only a few months, but refinements in material density, curing time, and hemp fiber integration doubled their functional lifespan by year 2. For land-based farming applications, this is even more promising. Mycelium composites can be engineered for different breakdown speeds depending on what you need. Seed trays that compost naturally after 8-12 weeks. Packaging inserts that hold up for a season but break down in a backyard compost pile. Dense heat-treated panels that resist water and last up to 2 years outdoors. This flexibility means farms could soon choose products tailored to their needs, from fast-degrading mulch films to reusable storage crates, all without petroleum plastics. This project is exciting, but it's part of a larger shift in material science aimed at replacing farm plastics altogether. Some of the most promising developments include hemp-based bioplastics. Hemp fibers combined with plant-based polymers create trays, pots, and storage bins that last a season and compost afterward. PLA, polylactic acid composites. Corn-derived PLA is being tested for irrigation stakes and seedling flats. When mixed with mycelium, it gets stronger while staying biodegradable. Seaweed films and coatings. Thin, water-soluble films from kelp are already being tested for packaging fragile farm goods like microgreens. Fiber-reinforced mycelium panels. Combining straw or cornstalk fibers with mycelium dramatically increases strength, ideal for replacing plastic sheeting or greenhouse panels. What ties all of these together is one big opportunity for farmers. The feedstock comes from agriculture itself. Hemp herds, corn residue, straw, and sawdust aren't just waste. They're becoming raw material for the next generation of farm gear. That's why this SARE project matters so much. It connects farms not just as end users but as suppliers and manufacturers in this emerging space. That's why this SARE project matters so much. It connects farms not just as end users but as suppliers and manufacturers in this emerging space. Even though this project started in aquaculture, its biggest potential impact might be on small and mid-sized farms. With traditional plastics getting more expensive and harder to recycle, alternatives like mycelium open the door for farms to cut input costs, create new income streams, and close loops on their own land. Imagine replacing single-use seedling trays, packaging, and small gear with products grown right on the farm, using your own straw, sawdust, or hemp herd. Not only could that reduce your reliance on outside suppliers, but it could also give you access to niche markets where customers pay more for products packaged and shipped without plastics. The bottom line, this isn't just a sustainability project. It's a practical shift toward giving farmers more control over their inputs and creating new revenue opportunities by using the materials they already have. The SARE Mycelium project is showing us what's possible when agriculture and material science work together. Whether it's packaging, trays, greenhouse panels, or even small tools, we're looking at a future where farm byproducts become farm solutions. If you'd like us to explore more breakthroughs like this, especially ones that could change how small farms operate, let us know in the comments. And if you're excited about where this is headed, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this with other farmers who want to stay ahead of what's coming next.